Hi, I'm Roya, and welcome to Ghosts and Goblins, the only hard game in the entire Capcom series that is pretty annoying. You play as King Arthur, who apparently, has his princess stolen by Firebrand and Satan, so he goes into his armor to fight. That's really all you have to know. His primary weapon's the spear. There are many other weapons which you'll see, one which primarily resembles the holy water from Castlevania, but you know. I believe it's called the Holy Fire in this. But what do I know? This is actually the only game that I've really had more experience with than pretty much any other Capcom game besides Mega Man 1 and 2. So surprisingly enough, this game, however, will kick my anus a lot when I'm not, like if I'm having a bad day and whatnot, I will have a bad time playing this. This game is probably recognized for being one of Capcom's most hardest games, if not because of the platforming and physics, it's because of the ducking enemy placement. Needless to say, you only get 2 hits, and there's that item that I was talking about in the Rockman LP, but nevertheless, enemy placement gets pretty annoying. It's probably the worst enemy placement you'll ever see until Mega Man X6. I've been playing this game probably since, like, I didn't really hear about Ghosts and Goblins until, one of my friends had let me borrow their NES, and I ended up playing this game because it was one of the titles that he had with it, and I got my anus handed to me. Don't get me wrong, I did get my anus handed to me. It is an anal train wreck when it comes to playing this. What you see me using here is the Holy Fire, which resembles holy water because when you toss it at the ground, it doesn't stun your enemy, but it does leave a trail of fire, which enemies can take a pretty hard bit of damage from it. And in this game, try to get as much damage as you get. Try to give as much damage as you can. Let's put it at that, because enemies will continuously respawn, and you'll need to keep spamming this weapon. It does get annoying after a while, but after some time, you actually do get used to it. Very dictatorial jump here. If you weren't on that top platform, you probably would fall to your death. Bottomless pits aren't a problem, it's just the physics. When King Arthur jumps, you can't jump back, and, it's not like Super Ghouls and Ghosts, where you can actually jump in you can actually coordinate where you jump, like how Super Castlevania 4 did. And another problem with this game, unlike Mega Man, thank God they fixed this for Mega Man, is that when you're on the ladder, you can't attack. I hated playing Ghosts and Goblins only because I couldn't attack while I was on the ladder. And if there's another problem with this game that I could probably mention, seeing that this will only be a 2-part playthrough, sorry, it's the ducking knockback. There are some times where the knockback will not come in handy. And if it's not because I'm jumping into these birds, it's probably because I'm jumping into something else. And there are so many bottomless pits in the later stages that I just cannot for the life of me concentrate playing this game. I'm making this game look easy only because I've played this game so many times that I've sort of sunk it into my head that this game is easier to play when you know what you're doing. But then again... I'm loving the music. The forest/overworld theme is by far my most favorite track in the entire series. I have no other opinion on that, but you know. When you get to the second of every stage, every even-numbered stage, you end up going to, you'll have to fight 2 of the same boss. I honestly found that to be a bit annoying, because sometimes I might accidentally get both bosses on screen at the same time, and I get my anus handed to me pretty goddamn a lot. Nevertheless, here's the last of the 3 stages where it actually has any kind of difference. Yeah, funny thing, if you go into the... best weapon in the game, the knife. You can throw it an unlimited number of times. But nevertheless, what I was trying to say was, in this game, it's actually, a bit different from others. Like, you know how Castlevania gave you a hard mode, and when you played hard mode, that you would... Like, the levels were a bit harder, like, there were more enemies, the damage, you could only get hit 4 times. With this game, it's a bit different. They only changed the first 3 stages. Like, honestly, what was what was Capcom thinking when they were working on this game in terms of, like, level variety? Because, I mean, I'm not playing the hard mode, keep this in mind, but if you end up playing the hard mode, you'll find that stages 4 through 6 are completely and totally identical. Also, in the hard mode, there aren't any boss modifications. The bosses are completely the same. That was something I also found pretty annoying about this title. I hate when they keep the same bosses and don't make them harder in a hard mode. I mean, Rockman 10 actually made this proper, but then you get to this fishload of duck, and no, they didn't decide to do that. Honestly, Capcom, you need to plan out your games much more easier. Also, you might notice I'm dropping, like, these beehives out of the... They're actually stone jars, but... Fun fact about these, this game, I believe, was, what Super Pitfall was made from, but if Super Pitfall was made from Ghosts and Goblins, the funny thing is, if you're standing in a very precise area on the map, you'll actually be able to drop a few items, like right there. If I wasn't running in that one area, I probably wouldn't find a holy water item. And we're about to fight the dragon. Every game that Capcom has a dragon. Mega Man 2 had the dragon, this game had the dragon, and I think there is one point in Street Fighter where there's a dragon, but I don't know what game that was. Oh yeah, I was always wondering, why do you need a key to go to the next stage? Can't Arthur just, like, break open a door or something? No, he has to get the ducking key. Alright, that's self-explanatory, I'll forgive that. And, most annoying level. Oh god. I hate this level. It's because you have to time your platforming just right, and